Makes sense.
Yeah,
Nobody here is
go...
what?
Slinging slang is what he said.
Oh, right, okay.
Smitty just goes to an elevator.
No one's slinging sluts.
Smitty just takes Smitty takes an elevator for himself. Like, hey, coming, lads.
And nobody goes into that elevator. Like, the door stays open, like, for 3 minutes. People get in the other elevator, go up the elevator, come down that elevator, and other people go in that elevator. Nobody goes in your elevator.
I take the stairs.
I take the stairs, too.
Oh, fine. I'll take this elevator on my own so I can get a good place.
I actually take the elevator up with him.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I'm trying to pass him off as my bodyguard.
Oh, that's a shame. I had plans. Okay.
Okay, hey, I gotta sit down. This looks like a free spot. He just sits down on a place.
Are there like name cards?
Yes, there are.
He's about to sit down on just a random place. You're gonna have to stop him.
There
Can
are
I say
name
that-
cards at tables.
Can I say that Crash has like in one of his jacket pocket, he has like a sticker thing of just smiley faces on it?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Just like a sticker roll of the smiley faces.
Yeah.
You just pop them down every once in a while.
Yeah.
You just pop it on the side of the table.
I pop like do we have name like that like things?
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
like okay, we do too?
Yep.
Okay,
So-
yeah, I find mine and I put a smiley face on it.
Are we all
gonna-
like kept together or are we separated?
You guys are separated.
Oh,
Separate
I don't.
party.
So let me draw this out. So there's like a table here, table there, table here, table there.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus Christ! These are very unprofessionally placed.
No, they're kind of like centered in
Feng
like
shui. They're-
Oh, okay, I see how they are.
they're kind of like that around the center of the room. And oh man, it's got copy pasted multiple times. What?
What?
There we go.
I just kind of like look at my plate and go, Fungus would have loved this.
So I'm just gonna draw where you guys are sitting.
Fungus is the best fucking name for an orc.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Crash is sitting here, along with Hacker Lady here, some business guy here, and some other lady here. Joey is sitting over here. We'll just say that's Joey.
You can just move our tokens there, like.
That's true.
These tokens are fucking huge.
That's it'll work.
You can make them smaller.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
true, yeah.
So yeah, just drag them over to the tables. That's a good idea.
So where do I sit?
So let's see here. Joey is sitting. I'll just resize these things. Joey's sitting there with a couple of different business people, men and women. Johnny is there with the hacker lady, another what looks like dressed up lady, and a dude. Jack is sitting at the head table here with Nick and his wife, and Smitty is sitting beside him.
Hello. Hello there. I'm Smitty. I'm Rook's bodyguard. So we're gonna get some good crub.
Did you actually say Rook's bodyguard?
I mean Jack's. Smitty kind of works in code names.
Amazing. Actually, in response to that, Tatiana looks to you, Jack, and says, "My, what interesting company you keep. I'm surprised the guards even let them through the door."
Yeah. Well, you see, I have a way with guards, young lady. What's your name, by the way?
She doesn't pay attention to you.
What a...
Like, Jack is kind of still inspecting her, and he doesn't really say anything. And then he kind of thinks, like, pardon me, I completely missed what you said. Could you say that again?
She smiles and laughs and says, "It was rhetorical anyway." And she casts a smile at Nick, who is currently like making his rounds around the tables, greeting everybody.
Yeah. Is there food on the table yet?
No.
No.
Smitty just goes like, Jesus Christ, I want food.
Johnny puts a cigarette in his mouth, sort of remembers where he is, and doesn't light it, but he keeps it in his mouth.
Yeah, you notice some other tables, people have cigars.
Alright, then he lights it.
The Decker lady, who I don't have a name for yet, Spike. Her Decker
No, you
is
do.
Spike.
You do. It's Livia.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you said
Olivia.
Olivia.
I did.
You
Didn't
know a bit.
I'll
Yes.
type down names when they're mentioned, just put what they are.
Well, no, it's funny because I wrote it down too, but I forgot about it.
I'm trying
so-
to keep a log of everything in chunks. My memory's fucking terrible.
Olivia also pulls out, like the French, like really long cigarette extender things.
Oh
Yeah.
god, yeah.
Yeah, she pulls out one of
Thanks.
those and says, "Have a light, dear." And she like holds it across the table.
Yeah,
Oh.
cheers.
Hey, thank you. Smitty just
Johnny-
takes a cigar and just lights it off. Oh wait, no wait, it's not on
Yeah.
this table.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Fuck off, Smitty. Anyway, Johnny just sort of leans in and lights the cigarette while it's in his mouth.
She smiles and starts puffing away on hers. She like folds her legs and crosses her arms with the cigarette like up in the air. She is an elf, by the way,
All right.
and she's never told you her age, but she does. Like for an elf, she looks to be about 60 if she was human.
Getting
Okay.
on.
He's getting on with an old broad.
All right. Yeah, Johnny just sort of lounges and makes small talk.
Yeah, no, she does as well, as do the other two people on the table. Like, the other two people on the table are kind of interested in your guys' conversations, because, they're kind of Decker-y, and they have, like, no fucking clue what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, it's like two IT guys just talking in front of
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yep. So I'm like Jack is engaged in small talk, like around. I guess is Smitty the only other person on the table?
Smitty, Tatiana, and then Nick will be sitting there, but he's
Okay.
doing
Yeah.
stuff.
So, because I kind of wanted to engage in small talk, then I have plans. That makes sense. Let's say it. No, fine. I'll ask now. So he turns to Tatiana and asks, "So how did you and Nick meet?"
She smiles and says, "Oh, we're old college friends. I just moved to Seattle about 4 months ago. I can't believe he's a senator here." And she smiles.
I think Jack chuckles and nods and like, yeah, I remember running against him. He was a worthy opponent, he says, and he's like watching Tatiana for her reactions.
Her eyes kind of open up, and she's like, "Oh, you know Nick from back in those days. He doesn't speak much about the past, but he says good things about you."
All of them lies, I assure you.
She laughs and takes a sip from her glass. And she eyes Nick in the process, who is making his way towards the center of the room. As he gets there, he again addresses everyone and says, "First course may begin soon. We are serving a lobster bisque with rosemary and herb bread. Enjoy." And he walks over to his table.
I just lean into the clock. What the fuck did he say we were eating?
Lobster, dear friend, lobster.
Ah, I've heard of lobster. Supposed to be good. Yes.
So as he sits down, As he sits down, waiters and waitresses like start carrying out bowls of soup and like bread baskets to each table.
Oh yeah, when he sits
Oh,
down,
no.
Smitty just
Oh,
goes,
no.
"So,
Oh no, I want to make this situation hilarious. Guys, make etiquette checks.
That's fair, yeah.
Oh, you bastard.
We need etiquette checks for soup first course.
You bastard.
Is that a knowledge?
It's not. It's
It's
not.
not, it's a
an actual
charisma-
check.
Oh, okay. I don't have the skill, so what do I do?
Roll your charisma.
Yeah.
You fucking bastard.
You giant cock.
You guys can get me back later, I assure you.
Oh my god.
Whoa!
oh,
Yeah.
God,
Napkins. I got that shit.
Just roll
Oh, no.
charisma then, you say. Because I
Yeah.
haven't got the skill.
Yep.
Oh wait, what? What were you doing?
Oh, well.
Charisma.
Eh.
check.
Charisma
You
check.
probably pick it up after a while.
So wait, I have to also roll a charisma check? Oh, this is
Yeah.
I don't have it either.
It's the crit
Yeah,
fumble.
What's your
Roll
charisma?
My charisma is
Oh,
2.
wait, hold on, guys. There's modifiers.
Oh no.
Let's see here. Smitty, you need a -2.
I get the 0!
And
You have a minimum
Crash,
of one roll.
Crash, you need a -2, but you still pass.
What about me?
You're fine.
So wait, what do I get? What do I
What are our
get?
modifiers from? Oh, from what we're wearing, right?
Character is wearing the wrong attire or doesn't have the right look.
No, that's just very subjective, I must say. Like, Smitty's very well dressed.
You
Well,
guys
that-
can get me back later.
Damn, look at that etiquette score.
Yeah, so Smitty can't possibly succeed.
So what am I supposed to roll?
No.
You rolled
can't
one
be-
dice.
Minimum of one dice. If he fails
Yeah.
it,
Okay.
He failed it.
Well, he didn't fumble at least.
yeah.
Yeah. So everyone here is rolling like Jack's roll or higher. So everyone, there's one guy upon receiving his soup, like immediately drops it in his lap, and then like falls in his chair, and then like blames the waiter and like causes a huge scene.
So I think Joey and I are like really out of our element, but we still like somehow like maybe we watch the people like sitting next to us and we just like copy them.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
I'm between two businessmen, as was described, so I'm just staring into a glass of whiskey, trying not to get pulled into a business conversation.
Yeah, I'm like mimicking the Decker lady, Olivia.
Smitty's like,
let's see.
soup! Start slurping it down.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
Other than that, wait, there's an entire section about using etiquette. I gotta get there.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is the first time I've ever been asked to make an etiquette check in any fucking tabletop RPG
Yeah,
I've
me
played, and I'm
too,
not
me too.
complaining.
Same here. And I'm a fucking character who says no etiquette.
Using social skills. Here we go.
The only
Nice for the opportunity.
just for the record, the only social skill I have is leadership. So unless I'm going to like make this crowd like unless I'm going to inspire this crowd to follow my ideals, I don't think I'm going to be able to use it.
But
And
wouldn't
let's
that
see.
be an inspiring twist?
Yes.
I don't think I have any real social skill.
Yeah, Johnny jumps up on the table and raises a fist in the air and proceeds to inspire everyone.
Social modifiers. The NPC's attitude towards character is friendly, suspicious, hostile, neutral, prejudiced, enemy.
Oh, I apparently have one in animal handling though.
Get on my level, I've got 3 in it.
Alright, so I've rolled the opposing skill checks against your guys' etiquette.
Oh my God.
I have
Uh,
one in etiquette.
Jack, the people at the table are actually impressed and happy with you, while they're merely accepting of Crash and Hunter.
Really
actually-
accepting.
Actually, Crash, one of the guys at the business table is not having your shenanigans. He's like pretty suspicious of you.
Wait, which one of us did you say? Johnny?
Crash.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right.
What is everyone's reception?
To be
of
fair, I'm
Smitty?
not really paying them much mind. I'm more just talking to the to Olivia.
Oh yeah, no, totally. And Olivia's perfectly fine with you.
What is the senators and the ladies' reaction to Smitty? I will ask. Or you getting...
They're kind of ignoring you, trying to ignore you. But when they do see you, it's like, oh god.
They see him cutting like a breadstick with his arm blades, and it's kind of
Oh
it's like-
yeah. Would you do that? Would you cut a dinner roll with your arm razor? Hand razor?
Smitty was thinking that, but then he looked over his shoulder. Is the guard behind him?
No.
Where is the guards?
Yes.
Yes.
Security is currently over here and
Yes.
over here.
He just looks at the security, like almost felt like he votes against it, but he just uses a regular knife to cut his bread.
Oh no, I mean they're not watching you.
Oh, and then fuck it, then I'll use it.
Yeah, no, you like jab out your hand razor and cut open a roll, and Nick watches you do it, and he looks at you and says, "Oh, that must be very useful."
You have no idea. I recommend getting one yourself. You can't imagine how useful it is.
And then Tatiana chimes in and says, "Yes, and do you have a fork in your finger?" And then they both laugh at you.
Not with you.
oh.
No, Smitty just goes, "Why the fuck would I have a fork in my finger? Like, there's no practical use for that. Waste of space." And he keeps going as he slurps down like a soup very violently.
Just like two hands holding the bowl up in the air.
Oh, yeah.
This is the greatest examination of the class divide I've seen yet in tabletop games.
All right. So, Hunter, you're sitting at your table with three other businessmen, and there
Is
you
it
are.
one of the businessmen the one who gave him the card?
No, he is at a different table.
Oh, thank God.
However,
Start the life fresh.
these three continue in a very kind of like sales numbers, like, oh yes, we can expect the ROI to be around 30% on this. And the other guy's like, oh, that's very impressive. What's your downturn? He's like, oh, well, we're looking at a pretty small downturn, but the investors are pleased. And then they all like smile and take a drink. And then they look at you and say, how about you? You've been quiet today.
Yeah, I've been feeling a bit under the weather. There's just so much stuff at work, so much. We're just we're thinking of.
I'm getting into robotics.
I've been talking with the government about VAT.
Oh, they take a sip of their whiskey and nod and says, yeah, the VAT is very important for our line of work. What kind of business do you
That
do?
is, it's very important.
And then one of the guys says, so what kind of business do you do?
Whatever's going, really. I'm a freelance, doing a lot of freelance. I've done agricultural stuff. I've worked with hunters, sports gear, that kind of stuff, really.
They nod, and one of them says, oh, you're a roaming PR agent then for As Technology.
You could say that. You could say it. The inflection isn't quite the same, but...
One of the guys says, oh, you sell hunting gear. No, that brings me back to when I did some big game hunting in the Outback. Oh, you couldn't believe the things I've hunted out there. And he smiles and like starts going on a story about how he hunted some shitty like ostrich, except he didn't shoot it. He was just there with the person who did shoot it.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm like trying to trip him up. Like now, I'm getting elitist about it. So, did you ever come across a deadly Australianized bear?
He starts sweating and says, "Yes, of course. I have one mounted in my office."
I'm sure you do.
Wait,
sure
what are
you
your
do.
knowledges, Joey?
Nothing to
bad.
do with hunting, curiously enough.
Oh, what a
yeah, you
shame.
kinda, like,
I
me with
know.
that. Yeah, I didn't
I
have
didn't
enough.
think about
karma,
it.
so-
I should have
You
done that.
didn't expect to be doing all this role playing.
So don't you guys have free knowledges?
Yeah, but you don't have that many, actually.
Right.
Yeah,
so-
I put mine in language skills because my kind of backstory was he spent a lot of time
Yeah.
reading old language guides.
Oh, that works.
I put
Yeah.
my stuff on stuff like I thought I would actually roll. There would also be things that Johnny knows, like Seattle knowledge and security design and underworld, matrix crime. And then I only had like a little bit more, so I put some music, but there was like way more stuff I wanted to put as well.
I mean, if you guys just remind me of what your knowledge skills are, and say like, "Hey, can I use my knowledge skill here?" And I'll think of a way to use it. So like, you got knowledge linguistics. One of them says, "Oh, as a PR agent, I'm sure you've been all over the world, yeah."
Oh.
And then he switches to like Russian and talks to you.
Okay, yeah, I'll use Russian. Yeah, I kind of respond in what is my best Russian, which
Oh, do you speak Russian, or is that just your
I
knowledge?
do speak Russian. Well, I figure if it's knowledge Russian, then it's like a language skill.
Yeah, it's-
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
language.
it's a
Yeah.
language, yeah.
Oh, so yeah, roll your knowledge Russian.
Let's grab that. Let's hope I pass. I kind of like put on the spot. My conversational Russian is something that's never really been challenged.
I think if you speak
enough.
it, you only really roll for it if you're like actually deciphering like some Russian text or something. Like if
Oh,
it's just
that
like
makes sense.
conversational, then
Hmm.
you probably don't need to roll for it.
Yeah, so yeah, the guy is obviously like impressed of your
Like
Russian.
if you're like reciting Russian poetry, you'd probably need to roll knowledge Russian.
Yeah, I believe that. So we'll just take that as like a bonus. Yeah, he's like really impressed and says, "Oh, do you have a business card? We could use a PR man."
I kind of I say between business cards at the moment, and I just pull the felt tip out again. I hadn't given back yet. Just start scribbling it down and hand it to him.
He nods, and then the three people at the table begin a conversation in business cards.
I end up with 3 business cards that I'm never going to use.
Yeah, and they're not like super important names or anything.
Yeah.
You see one guy is like he's actually a recruiter for some small time corporation. He's just there to make a contribution to like Nick's campaign or something.
Have all of them made contributions to Nick's campaign?
Yes.
Eventually, the conversation starts turning back to business again, I try and turn it to sports, where I stand a chance.
Let's just take a break, a 3-minute break, and watch this link.
Much for looking after Courtney. Dorcia,
Oh yeah.
impressive. How on earth did
Finished.
Oh
And
god.
the appetizer course has begun.
What a segue.
Yes.
On the recording, that's going to make no goddamn sense.
The waiters come in and pick up the soup and bread baskets, even if like nobody's finished the soup, because honestly nobody eats the entire thing, because that way they wouldn't be able to eat the rest of the food.
Johnny doesn't know that.
Right? Yeah. So you see like a lot of people with like half empty bowls and like little bread touched, because bread's just a filler. But now it's the appetizers, and they bring out like real pork and real beef style appetizers. Like you
Yeah.
might see some like fried dumplings.
Johnny
basic
grew up on
sushi.
the mean streets of Redmond, so he's pretty much eating everything.
Oh yeah. Well, this is some of the best shit you've ever tasted.
Yeah.
Can you guys roll Another set of etiquette checks.
Oh my god.
Well, you know
So-
me.
See how this round progresses.
With a -2?
Take a -1 instead.
Oh damn! Jack is.
Wait,
Not with-
I have a
Should
chance.
I, what should my dice be in this case?
I'm gonna edge that just because I can.
Just your charisma.
Oh,
Just
fuck.
charisma.
I can roll 1. I can
What do you-
roll it.
You're gonna edge
Remember,
it?
you can edge things, people.
Yeah!
My God!
Feel
Wow!
it.
You're gonna do second chance, I assume?
Yeah.
Fuck. Where's that thing again? Close it.
Second chance lets you re-roll all the fails.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
And I still only got an extra success, so you know.
It's not 2 successes. I mean, that passes. Crash,
Yeah,
are you gonna do
You're
anything?
doing just as well as Joey.
I've already used 2 edge in this game. I'm gonna save him.
How do you get edge back?
Good.
Doing fancy shit.
At the
Okay.
bottom
It's
of
basically
regaining
a
edge on
GM
that
discretion.
Yeah, I see it. I
Good
see
role playing, stuff like that.
it.
Yeah, you also have the advantage where when I do the one that says heroic acts of self-sacrifice, I get 2 edge.
Actually, Johnny, you would have gotten 1 edge back from last session.
Well, no, I'm saying I used 2 earlier in this session. Remember when I
Oh,
was
right.
doing that fucking Breaking Bad shit with his ammo?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna.
I
I'm
feel
fine. I'm fine with failing that.
Okay.
It's like this shit is too good. You're just stuffing your face.
Yeah, like it's the best thing I've ever had. So I've gone from like watching Olivia, like her manners and everything, to just like stuffing my face.
So yeah, the because of the location, because we're in super rich Seattle, the first appetizer is actually sushi. So what happens is you ask for soy sauce, and the people at the table are like, "What? You don't? No, you don't do that." And then like you end up eating the sushi, and then you'll like immediately eat another one without like eating a ginger strip in between. Like you're flubbing it up here.
You're basically in this situation. I would be Johnny because I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I've got to say, I have no fucking clue. I didn't know about sushi etiquette until now. This is
Yeah.
the first I'm hearing.
Yeah, same here.
It's like the fucking barbarian now.
And they gave you chopsticks, but you're using your fingers. But in some instances, that's acceptable.
No, I'm thinking I've got a 2 in etiquette, and I'm thinking I'm being smart because when someone walks up and gives me chopsticks, I just kind of like put my hand up like, no. I reach into my inner pocket and pull out a fork.
You got 2 6s.
I
Yeah,
know.
he had 2
That's,
6s.
that's how,
Oh, no.
that means despite doing something like that, I pulled it off. Rich eccentric.
Actually,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
would say that you just use your hands and treat it like finger food because it looks like chicken strips.
When,
So you're just like picking it up.
When you were gone, Austin, I said that the crazier shit he does, the more he's like impressing them because he's going off as like a rich eccentric.
That's like seriously how it's coming off. Yeah.
Like,
how did-
Joey's actually starting to believe in himself in this situation.
He's actually setting a trend right now.
Like, I don't even know how he managed to pull this off. First, he gets mistaken for a salesman. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and Smitty, you just like, it's like, oh, it's like a bread thing. I'll cut it with my hand razor. And so you just like jab it into one of the sushi things and then like roll it around in the wasabi because you don't understand what wasabi is. And then you just like shove it in your face.
Nom nom, this is fucking great.
Okay, no, but to be fair, though, he probably can't even taste half of it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, whatever. I'm just shoving shit in my face. And the other 2 people at the table were like, did he just eat the entire thing of wasabi? Did he just stab a sushi with his fucking hand razor?
Oh.
It could have used more salt.
I hope they're taking the piss out of him, but secretly they're terrified, because if he just acts like this, how would he be if he actually had to fight someone?
Oh, exactly. Like, they can respect him as a bodyguard, but they do not respect him as a bodyguard.
Jack just kind of gives Nick and Tachan this long, suffering look like, do you see what I have to deal with?
They immediately take pity. So yeah, that unless you guys do, well, let's see here. So we'll check up on Johnny and Olivia.
Oh, I wanted to just do some talking about the show. Actually, you can do that.
We'll swing back around. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay.
I wanted to. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I'm like, so what do you know about fuck? What is it? What's the word?
Is it
Automatons.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you know about robotics, automatons, that sort of thing?
Her eyes light up and says, "Ask away. Automatons are one of my favorite subjects."
Ooh.
Would they? Let's say they're on a grid, and the grid has some sort of problem. I'm sort of like looking at the other two at the table, like, and I'm trying to like code my words a bit. Some sort of, jamming going on, maybe. I don't know. Service isn't great. Would the robotics in the facility be affected by that?
She starts up like, it's a possibility. If the networking is haywire, it might be losing information in transfers, which could easily corrupt data and send the wrong signals to robotics. I could see that causing malfunctions.
That's very interesting. Tell me what else you know, and then...
Yeah, the conversation continues. The other two people at the table seem to be trying to keep up, but then like occasionally look at each other and say something about insurance bonds.
Yeah, I think I've like started to code my words, but then I realized they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, so I just don't even.
Yeah, like they start like talking about insurance bonds and whatever the hell those are.
Yeah, I don't. I know about as much as what they're talking about as what they know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Joey, how goes the business card rivalry?
I'm stabbing at a bit of sea bass when one of them just asks me for another business card. Asks me for my business card, and I'm like, "Do you have another napkin?"
Oh.
They take that as like a pretty funny in joke, and everyone kind of laughs about it. They're not like laughing at you, but they're laughing at the like idea of that, like a joke.
I just go, nah, there was an issue with printing, and I'm not hard to find. You look up David Dresden, you'll see my face. And then I realise the Yakuza are after me, and I kind of go, but don't do that.
They kind of nod and like start laughing at your humbleness and say, "Now, what's the printing press? I'm sure I can get this straightened out. I run several printing presses across Seattle myself."
He's got like Joey's kind of got a frozen.
Joey's gonna like retire rich just from some circumstance.
Right now, Joey's kind of like got like he was just got. I just like he's got like frozen in a half terrified smile. He just kind of like lets out a kind of well, you see, I don't have any files on hand. I have a young kind of steward that I'm in training right now. Handle that stuff for me, but we could get it sorted out after the party, of course.
He nods and says, "Of course, you have my business card. Feel free to give me a call. We'll get that straightened out, no problem." And then he like takes a swig from his whiskey glass.
Oh,
and then I just to try and like win something back. I just kind of like lift the whiskey glass and say, "To business."
And the other three laugh and say, "Yes, to money,
to capitalism,
to the Great British Pound." I looked up the law. That's still in circulation.
All right, Smitty.
So Smitty, he actually sees what that fucking Hunter is having a bit of an issue. He's like, And then he goes, then he turns on. So, hey, you Mr. Senator, dude. What's your name?
She doesn't. She doesn't look. She doesn't.
No,
say
I thought he's
anything.
talking to the senator.
Oh, to Nick. Nick looks across from you and he's introduced himself. No, he hasn't. Oh, okay. He looks at you and says, I'm Nick. I'm sure you've heard Jack talk about me being at his side all the time." Then he winks at Nick, or he winks at Jack and starts laughing.
Not really.
Jack raises his champagne glass to him.
Yeah, Smitty just sits there. Not really. I'm Smitty. Boy. Hey, if you ever need to hire a gun, you know, I'm pretty much the best gun you can hire.
He looks at you with like this big fake as hell smile. Like his mouth is all gracious, but his eyes are like dead. And he's just like, "Of course. It's yes." And then like continues eating.
Lean into you. A lovely fellow, that Nick. So, about you, young lady?
She doesn't say anything. She doesn't look up. She stares at the food.
Alright, so like the conversation kind of just dies off, and I was like, "So Nick, Tatiana tells me you met in college."
He grins and says, "Yes, I was traveling overseas, learning school in going to college in France."
Learning school?
Yes, learning school. I
was learning my schools.
I was exactly. I was learning my big schools in school to eventually learn a school, to teach a school, more schools, and build a school. But things fell through, and now I'm a politician.
This is the kind of politician I would vote for.
Sounds like an awful career.
I think this is the kind of politician I have voted for.
Me and you
This is
both.
the kind of OOC, this is the kind of politician that stabs his friend in the back to get to the top. But that's just meta.
Oh, a politician.
Or a politician. That too.
Still can't believe Eddie Izzard is running for mayor of London in 2020.
You gonna vote for him?
is?
Yeah, he is.
Oh my...
I'm voting for him.
I'm going to vote for him.
Yeah. He's doing it on Labour Party as well.
Oh god. Sorry, enough politics suddenly
Yeah,
from
but-
our side of the pond. Fuck, I'm asking more questions.
Austin died.
No, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah, but
He's
he's-
waiting for my questions.
Yeah.
I just kind of look over at Johnny for a second. I realise he's having a way easier time than I am, and I just kind of get a pissed off look on
No,
my face.
I'm still not having a great time, and I sort of like catch your eye, and there's like this look that's just like
Sheer terror.
But
it's
you're
just
at least talking with someone who shares your interests. Meanwhile, Joey...
Yeah, but Johnny is still like kind of making a. Well, I guess Johnny doesn't really notice that he's making a fool of himself. Yeah, that's fair.
Smitty...
That's fair.
Yeah, Smitty doesn't either, really.
So I'm just gonna go back to Hunter for a second here, because with the double six, he starts with the tuna sushi, dips it slightly in the wasabi, eats it, and then like curiously, he's like, "Oh, what's this weird pink strip thing?" and like eats the ginger, and then like proceeds to like the salmon, and just like continues that pattern down the line, doing it appropriately.
He fucking nails it without even realizing.
You could say the secrets of the Orient are no secret to me.
Yeah, like one of the guys like compliments you on your style, and you say that exact thing, and they're like, "Oh, ha ha ha, of course." And
They
then,
didn't realise I was just quoting Johnny English.
and then one of the other guys is, "Yes, I do good business in the Orient."
Oh no.
Oh, don't we all, pal? Don't we all?
And then another conversation begins.
Yeah, they start talking about international shipping fees and how to avoid taxes on them.
Yeah, lads, I figured if you smuggle it, no taxes.
All right, is there any more conversation to be had?
Yes. Jack asks. Yeah, so he turns to Tatiana and is like, so, what do you do? Do you work?
I thought I did. Did I say she did?
You said she did.
Yeah, she works at Crystal Dynamics. Yeah. She looks at you and smiles and says, "Oh, I'm a PR agent for Crystal Dynamics. It's my job here to make sure Nick looks good."
So
And
is
then,
she
like,
dressed like Laura Croft?
Is she working on the fall of the Tomb Raider?
Jack wishes. Jack wishes. In fact, that might have happened at one point.
Well, I don't need to know about that.
Whoa. But like she smiles and puts her hand on Nick's shoulder.
And Jack says, well, you're certainly doing that.
And then they both laugh and say, kind of like, "Yes, of course. Haha, thank you. Ha ha ha."
Yep. It's all Shillville. Anyway, you want to move on with the courses?
Yep, here we go. All right, everyone comes through, cleans up the plates, and brings in the third course, which is the main course. It is duck, braised duck with like cashew sauce on the side. Will everyone please make their etiquette rolls?
You know,
Johnny's
what,
like, "There's
what
more?"
minus?
Whoops, sorry,
Hey.
no, wrong thing.
Oh,
Roll.
shame.
Sorry, I don't know why I pressed up and I thought it would go back to...
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
It's because when you put in that thing, it starts it at a 6 for some reason with the dice pool.
Okay.
Oh man!
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna let that one slide too.
Yes, I have. Man.
Oh my god!
Oh,
Like,
that's a glitch.
Rip.
Yeah,
I was
it's a
doing
hard
so
roll.
well.
it's a glitch.
Ducks.
It's a glitch, but in a good way.
No, that's not how it works. It succeeds, but something bad happens in addition.
Hold on.
Oh,
And a glitch on an etiquette test.
oh no.
Great.
A social blunder gives you a -2 to your next social test.
Well, that's kind of shitty.
That's lame.
Are we going to do another etiquette check? Because if not, I'll gladly play out just how I fuck up and make it immediate.
I mean, yeah, you obviously fuck up, but you take a negative on your next etiquette check, and there will be one more etiquette check.
Which is,
Okay. I kind of start getting a bit too casual, so I start kind of casually swearing in conversation.
But he still succeeds now, though. Like they
Yeah.
still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're buying into me at the moment, but they're starting to see through the cracks,
Right.
I guess. So I just kind of refer to one of them as not a bad cunt, basically.
Yep, that's pretty much how that course goes. Business talk continues at that table. They start eyeing Hunter a little weird. The two people at Johnny's table are just like, what? Why are we even sitting here with these people?
I think Johnny is like just fucking stuffed at this point, and he's just like staring at his food. Like, what the fuck did they expect from me?
And
He's been eating everything.
and this is the one that everyone actually eats completely.
Yeah.
So like you're the odd one out, not having finished it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's trying to, but he just can't.
Olivia takes a like small knock at you and says something like, "You know, that's why we don't eat all the food. We have to save the best for last, dear." And like she kind of laughs at you.
Yeah,
That, like,
Johnny
teasing
said
way.
something about chills under his breath.
This is delicious.
Something about corporate greed.
Yeah, and Smitty cuts his duck with his hand razor. You know.
Of course.
He just eats like things
Does he
flying.
even have a stomach? Is it more like just like a bag where it should be?
Well, he has to actually buy cyberware that does stuff like that. That kind of stuff exists.
That's terrible.
This is great.
We
Oh my!
That's amazing. But yeah, let's see here, Jack. With your 4 successes, you're just like happy and lively. Everyone's like happy to see you and happy to be there with you.
It's like, hey, it's Jack White. He could
Yeah.
have said it.
He exactly, and actually, the question raises: so, Jack, are you planning on running anytime soon?
Maybe when the time's right, he responds.
Yeah, we all would vote for Jack here.
We
Yeah.
don't want him running in the shadows.
Oh,
We
actually,
feel
you know
com-
what? That is a very good line for Tatiana to like turn around to Jack and say, it'd be better than running in the shadows. And she like winks at him.
Oh shit.
Um,
And then an offhand joke took a deadly turn.
Yes.
Smitty just caught on and was like, "So, Mr. Senator Dude, what do you think about these here fucking Shadowrunners running about?"
Nick straightens his suit and says, nothing but punk children getting in the way of progress.
As he says punk children, he looks at Johnny.
Johnny's ears turn red a bit.
Well, yeah, that's definitely awful. As he keeps munching on this chicken, definitely.
Chicken. Chicken.
Where did he get that from?
Chicken.
He thinks it's chicken.
Chicken.
No. You see, he was already finished with the duck, and now he got seconds. They only had chicken left.
Oh no, they would not have brought you seconds.
No. They don't make enough to have seconds,
You
and
would
they
have-
would make it chicken.
You would have asked for seconds, and people would have looked at you like, what is he doing?
I'm hungry, okay? I've not eaten in a while.
Well, to say the least, people will remember you. Not fondly, but they'll remember you.
Alright. So,
Okay.
oh no, go ahead. If you want to ask stuff, go ahead.
Yeah,
Otherwise, we're moving on.
So Jack, like the conversation comes about, and Jack says to Nick, "You remember my wife, don't you?"
He kind of looks at you and kind of scratches his head and says, only vaguely. She's no longer with us, right?
Indeed, she passed away in an unfortunate incident 6 years ago.
He nods, and Tatiana puts her hand on yours and is like, condolences.
And then, and meta-wise, this is going to be a terrible idea, but I wonder if I can make a roll for this.
For what?
And then he says, Tatiana, you remind me very much of her.
Let's see here. Make an etiquette test. Oh, cool. That actually beats hers. So
Nice.
she takes it kind of flatteringly and says, oh, Jack. And she blushes a little, but then returns to her food. And Nick pipes up and says, Jack, always the gentleman. And quite the wooer, would you know.
We will have a nice chuckle, but inwardly, I kind of swear to myself, like, I'm not getting anywhere with this. Anyway,
I
next
think-
course, I guess.
I think if Johnny didn't have the lifeboat that is him having a conversation about decking, in this place he would just be like so fucking disgusted at everything.
Just surrounded by corporate shills, it's literally your worst nightmare.
Yeah, it's like Johnny's worst nightmare right now.
Joey's actually doing well, but he only thinks he's doing well because of his recent fuck up. He's gotten comfortable with these people.
Yeah, so everyone comes in, clears the main course out, and brings in desserts. Along with dessert, they bring out a small shot glass near everybody's table, pours a combination of liquids in it, and then pulls out a blowtorch and lights the top of the shot on fire.
Oh, you could get these in a bar in Brisbane. They weren't great.
Uh,
Yeah, I've had those too. It's actually kind of shit.
Nick holds up his shot glass, and Tatiana grabs hers and says, well, cheers, everyone. And then they both down theirs. Will everyone make an etiquette check?
Nope.
I wonder how.
Fine.
Wait, am I gonna?
Crit
Wait, does this
fumble.
mean I only roll one?
I crit
Yes.
fumbled.
I'm
only
just gonna
roll
roll. I rolled 1 too, right?
Yep. You all
I
roll
roll
one.
a minimum.
Oh my god, I did a success!
Oh my god, you
What?
succeeded.
Wow. Sweet succeeded.
I am actually gonna keep the crit fumble.
Oh no.
All right. You get an edge back for that, for failing it, for keeping it.
This is gonna be
So-
beautiful.
So everybody leads off with the shot, everybody knowing what it is, except for Crash, Hunter, and Swede.
Oh, Sweet succeeded.
Oh yeah, Swede succeeded. So Swede and Jack know exactly what they're getting into. Everybody else does too.
Oh yes. It's suddenly Smitty for a brief second just turns into this posh gentleman. Yeah, yes.
Well, if
so
anything else, Swede knows his alcohol.
so they're braced for it. But everyone kind of in the place raises the shot glasses together. Crash and Hunter, do you take yours as well with everybody?
Oh yeah.
I do whatever a crit fumble means that I do.
So, brace for it. Everyone downs their shots, and it hits you, Crash, that this is supposed to be mind-altering, like, magical shit.
Oh god.
And it does not blend well with your tech stuff. So, you immediately are shut off from all reality other than meat space. Like, your wireless stuff doesn't short circuit, but it's not compatible. And it fucks up.
So I lose connection to my cyber deck.
You lose connection to your cyber deck, you lose all your wireless signals. Like, if you have sort of implants, they stop working.
The only implant I have is my data jack.
Okay, well, your data jack doesn't work, and you are tripping balls off, like, magical liquor.
Oh god. Okay.
And fortunately, Olivia sees that you don't know what the fuck you're doing, and then politely excuses herself in an effort to, like, take you into the bathroom before you start, like, projectile vomiting everywhere.
Yeah, I'm like in a bad way. It's sort of like dump shock is how I'm feeling right now.
Yes, that's pretty much it. You got the dump shocked out of you. Hunter.
Actual dump shock would be worse, like from like hot sim or whatever. But this is sort of like feels like that
This is
to me.
getting to it. This is close. This is almost on the same level.
Yeah.
So, Hunter, you take the shot, not knowing what to expect, and immediately you think you're back in the outback. Like, because you experience some weird magical shit out there, but this is just like,
He's having like some
oh
PTSD
god,
shit.
yeah. But
Oh good
But
god.
you
He's
didn't-
having flashbacks.
you didn't critically fail it, so you're not doing it too bad. It's just like, oh, okay, that was supposed to be magical. And then, like, after the shot, you see people start to, like, progress into the dessert, eating, like, the tiny little cakes and cookies in the platter.
I just kind of like say under my breath, deadly Australianized bears.
And
Fucking ice bears. The fuck is an ice bear?
they said Australian bear.
I thought he said Australian ice bear.
Australianized bear.
Australianized.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The other two take the shot, realize like, oh yeah, this is like flavor enhancing magical alcohol. Cool. And then the desserts taste like 10 bazillion times better.
Meanwhile, I'm in a side room, like just fucking puking.
Yeah, Olivia's like standing outside the door, like, oh god, what has he done?
All the food you ate and you stuffed yourself with.
Yeah, all that delicious food.
I just want to say, just to carry on with the joke, that in my flashback, I'm just like in the Australian outback, but like just occasionally the wind will blow and the most beautiful business cards I've ever seen will just fly past.
You're just having like a business card outback fueled fucking flashback.
I raise my gun, fire, and like nail one of the business cards, and it falls, and I run over and pick it up.
What actually happens when he does that?
Oh, nothing. He's just hallucinating it in his head.
I haven't actually jumped up on the table and started pretend firing.
Or it's like you shoot some game and like you go to gut it, and instead of like blood, there's like business cards flying out of it.
It's like, oh, you shoot a deer, then you gotta track it down, and it leaves a trail of business cards.
We've gone too deep.
But no, you're fine at the table. It's just, you weren't expecting that kind of magical hit. And the three businessmen kind of look at you and hope you're okay, and then like make a joke at your expense. But they seem pretty cool with you anyway.
Oh, sorry, mates. I was just flashing back to a lovely business meeting.
They nod and like, oh yeah, oh we've been there, and then yeah.
And I said under my breath, I was just joking, you boring cunts.
Oi, businessman. Let's get out of here.
I kind of look over and I go, who's that? Who is that disgusting robot?
And then the three businessmen like turn around in their chairs and like stare at him, and he says, must be some hired street thug.
Yeah.
Terrible choice to bring him in here though, eh mate?
Oh, the worst. I can't imagine what sort of slime would sneak their way in here.
Smithy starts walking over there.
They nod and say, ain't that the truth? Oh, fuck, looks like you got the oaf's attention.
I'll deal with this. I stand up, like pull my sleeves up.
Hey, can I borrow a $5?
I wasn't expecting that. I kind of turn, I'm gonna play it up a little bit. Should I give some charity to the poor, deluded tough here?
The three at the table laugh and say, oh yeah, give that Shufta what he deserves.
Here you are, my son. I give him an insulting amount of money.
Yeah, you give him like 69 million.
Yeah. I can't slap him on the cheek, go get yourself something nice.
Joey's like really got into his role here.
I know where you live. He leans over like, good businessman. Good businessman. You better be glad that I'm hired to be here. Otherwise, I would probably snap your hands right about now. Have a nice evening.
The three of them kind of turn to you and give you this stare. And Joey, if you join in on exactly what they're doing, there's bonuses.
I join in. I'm trying to be really two-faced right now.
So yeah, Hunter, take an edge back because this has all been amazing. You join in the three at like looking at this Smitty, like what the fuck is this guy doing? Is he just like off his balls or something? And then one of the businessmen's like, hold on, I'm not standing for this. And security comes, like he waves over security, and kind of like points his head towards Smitty, and the security guys we said one warning. Now please, follow us. And then they like take your shoulder and lead you out of the building.
Now, pardon me, I will have to speak with my lawyer. Jack?
Just like a pathetic, like, Jack.
The security guards look to Jack. First look at Nick, and then look at Jack, and then back to Nick. And then Nick and Tatiana are looking at Jack kind of like disapprovingly.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna
Oh,
sit? Are you gonna help Smitty?
Okay. This is going to be a negotiation roll. So,
What? Initiation?
I'm just saying, I'm going to be rolling a negotiation roll for what I'm
Oh,
about to say.
negotiation. I thought you said I thought you said initiation for some reason.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
God.
initiate you into the ranks of the super rich. So, so Jack kind of... Are we all standing up?
No, they're Nick and Tatiana are sitting down.
Okay, so Jack kind of just spreads his arms wide as he can without hitting anyone. He's like, friends, it's been a pleasant evening, and we are so close to the end of it. There's surely no need for any sort of obscene acts, whether from my
Yes.
compatriot here or otherwise.
Besides, it was a humorous joke. Yes. Yes, joke.
I see that now. I try and turn and make it a joke to them as well. He's a tough, but they've got senses of humor, right? They can.
Let's see.
It's like he's like, you know how those cyborgs get.
Meanwhile, Crash is working on getting the second course out.
Let's see. You get a +2 because they're friendly. Oh wow, cool.
Yeah.
Let's see. That is made against their.
Better judgment.
I think that's just against their charisma.
Yeah. So let's roll that. And cool. Yeah. No, they totally agree with you. And did you ask
Back
for
in a minute.
Smitty to stay?
I just said that surely there was no need for any sort of obscene acts. So like, the implication was just let him stay. Night's almost over.
They nod and say, "You can stay downstairs."
Downstairs. Well, I will still get my dinner, right?
I just grab as he's going down. Smitty, just behave yourself.
It's fine. Smitty just sits down on a couch like, this blows.
Downstairs, there's still like an open bar and like chips and salsa and shit.
Oh no.
Open bar, eh? So
Shit.
I'm gonna take. Can you put this on Jack's White's note? Actually, no.
Yeah.
Put it.
You're gonna open up a tab on my name, are you?
Actually, put this on Joey Morton.
Sweet, I think you should know here, meta note, but I'm operating under the name David Dresden here if you want to go ahead with this bullshit.
Sorry. Oh, sorry, Joey. I meant David Mestron.
Yes, David.
What's it? Did you say Dave?
Oh,
David
type.
Dresden.
Dresden.
This is the assumed name.
Dresden. Yeah. Go. Open a tab under this name.
The person behind the bar says, it's an open. There's nobody pays for it.
Wait, what? Oh, there. Well, give me your strongest stuff.
They kind of like look you over and pour you a shot of something really strong that is actually half water, half vodka.
It's actually
God.
crack brand vodka.
Oh god.
He's drinking like some fucking magical Everclear bullshit right now.
Crack actually retired at some point, and he started his own vodka business.
No, guys, not like magical or strong water, but like literally just like half of it is water out of a faucet because they don't want this guy drunk.
But yeah,
Hence
it's
why I
crack-
said this is
crack
probably
brand vodka.
Everclear. Times a fucking...
Alright, so there's dessert. Crash is vomiting up in a tub, and everyone else is just kind of like easing down.
What is this you gave me?
It's pineapple flavored vodka.
Mmm.
No, he should say it's special sauce.
Ew.
Do you mind if we wrap up soonish?
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, the dinner's over, so like
Yeah.
Nick stands up from the table and just kind of goes from table to table, kind of appreciating everyone's there, and hey, if you want to make any campaign donations, just write the check to this address, blah 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 blah, and just kind of goes around each table addressing everyone.
What is the campaign location? Address even?
It's just a wire number to a bank account.
Hmm.
And it doesn't seem to be like an American bank account or a UCAS bank account.
Oh, of course it's not. I make a note of it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Cool. All right, Johnny, add a 2-1 contact named Olivia, who is a professional decker.
2-1.
Yeah, 2 loyalty, 1 connection.
Oh, okay. Yeah, on Chummer, it's the opposite. It's connection.
Oh,
with
okay.
ability, so I was confused. Okay. So,
Oh, as the
Yeah.
dinner party ended.
where's her location? Just downtown Seattle, or
Yeah, I'll just say downtown Seattle. Yeah, Hunter, the 3 guys at the table just kind of stand up after being addressed by Nick. All shake hands and say, well, it's been real, friends. Hope to see you around. And everyone just kind of shakes hands.
I imitate.
Yep, no, they completely go for it.
I'm just kind of like reciting in my head the first thing a hunter has to do is learn its prey.
And cool, people start like filing down the stairs and exiting to their cars.
I go home, pretty much throw the tux in the one like cupboard I have, and then I take the business cards and just use them as coasters.
does anyone like help me out of the building?
Oh,
Smitty goes up like, where's Crash?
If nobody would have helped you out, Olivia would have like kind of watched over you.
Probably get Smitty to drag you out.
Yeah, Smitty, he says, so Olivia, hey, do you know what a young punk lad named Johnny Crash is? Anyway, Smitty just drags him out, along with the loads of fucking drinks because open bar.
Well, they wouldn't have
Yeah.
let you take the drinks with you. And
Fine.
if Johnny wanted to be associated with you, then yeah. Otherwise, so you find Olivia standing outside of a bathroom, kind of like peeking her head in, checking on Johnny.
Hello, I'm looking for a boy named Johnny. You know where he is?
She kind of looks at you and says, "Oh, you're the big one. Hold on." And then she,
I've been tasked with dragging him out of here.
yeah, one second. And then she walks in and says, "Crash, you got this big guy-looking monster out there. Says he's waiting for you. You're associated with him, right?"
Yeah.
I'm hurt.
Yeah, just have him carry me out of here, will you?
She smirks and says, "Sure." And she comes out of the room and says, "He's in there, Smitty."
I heard what you said. I'm very hurt about that monster coming. And he walks in.
Uh-huh. And then she walks off.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Johnny basically looks like refried shit at the moment.
Fine, I'll drag you out. And he grabs you on his leg.
What a
Yeah,
jack.
so everyone leaves except Nick and Tatiana stop you, Jack, before you
Yeah.
exit. And,
No, I'm kind of waiting around because I expect them to
Yeah.
want to have a chat.
oh yeah, no, they both walk up, and Nick's like, "Oh, Jack, it was great to see you out here. It's been a long time since we've had a good talk."
It's great to be back, he responds, and is like, we should do this again sometime.
He nods, and Tatiana takes your hand and says, "Definitely, we should definitely meet again. And she smiles.
Oh god, I wish I could do it. He just,
Wasn't he gonna help with our Yakuza problem?
he
Wasn't that
offered,
the reason we
but
were
like,
here?
well, do you want to get rid of our Yakuza problem?
Well, I thought that's why he called you.
Well, yeah.
Well, it depends. Do you mention something to him?
I'm just trying to remind you in meta game
Yeah.
that's why he called you.
So now that our fellow compatriots are out of the way, about that issue we discussed earlier.
His eyes light up. He says, "Oh, of course." And Tatiana like takes a subtle cue from him and then like kind of leaves. And by the way, when she took your hand, she slipped a note into your hand.
Oh. Fantastic. 1 second.
Cool.
No.
It says, "Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe."
And then down beneath that is like a dick butt.
Jesus Christ.
It's the best business card given out all evening.
Alright, we noted it.
Cool. So Nick pulls aside and says, "Yeah, Jack, look, your work's getting you into trouble, and it's costing me money."
In what way?
That Renraku warehouse you raided stirred some shit up, and now they've got the Yakuza on your ass, which is bringing the heat on me.
And Jack, like, he nods, but he's kind of like, okay, how does that work?
Look, I've got strong ties with the Renraku. All right, they know me and you are connected. They've seen us before. They know shit, right? Politicians are all close. We can't have you doing this. Look,
Oh, and Jack is like, oh yeah, I know that. I was there 6 years ago. And then he grins at Nick, and he's like, all right, we can get this sorted out, but first, I want a straight answer from you.
he looks at you.
Who was your wife? Because I know you and you know me, and we both know exactly who she looks like.
He sighs and says, "Yeah, it's uncanny. Look, the reason that's not your wife. I can tell you that right now. But I'm aware she looks exactly like it. But everything we've said tonight has been the truth. I don't know why she does. I don't know her past. She says she had a normal family life, and we went to college together in France. That's where we met. I wish I could tell you more. But look,
All right, man.
you keep the heat off of me, and I'll take care of the Yakuza. Deal?"
And Jack holds his hand out.
He takes it, shakes it firmly.
Good deal. Good. And then Jack smiles again. Good to be back in business, Nick.
Nick smiles and says, "Always is. You should have..." hold on. Take that back. He smiles at you and says, "You never left." And then he grins and winks.
Ah, how cute.
Meanwhile, Johnny has puked on the carpet a couple of times.
Oh, and Nick says, "Next time, try to bring better company."
He says that, and then it cuts to Johnny puking and fucking
Yeah.
Smitty dragging him along.
Exactly.
Stop puking, son. We're almost at the van. Hello,
Sorry.
guard. As I walk past the orc. Can I get
I'm
me
like-
weapons?
Yeah.
Yeah, he gives everyone's shit. You guys get all your shit back.
When you take me outside, I'm like, get my bag. It's in the bush. It's got explosives.
Okay. Don't worry. He doesn't actually mean explosive. What he actually means is, You know, he has a
No,
little
I
bit
say that
problem.
after we get outside.
Oh yeah. I look in the bush. Oh, here it is. I just throw it on you.
Well, I mean, it's not gonna blow up, but you know.
I just want to know as well that you're walking out saying you're almost in a van, but I've already driven off. I just kind of forgot you.
Oh God.
Oh, I just stand there. That son of a bitch forgot us.
Joey is like, he's got like a big head at the moment because of just being in there. He's not used to that situation.
That's the thing. Joey's actually in a fugue state right now that makes no goddamn. Like he's just kind of operating. Like the lights are on, but no one is home right now.
Well, see,
So,
the thing is,
Smitty sits down on a parch bench and just fucking puts Johnny beside him, like.
Joey
Well-
just made like some big business contacts and thinks he got himself a job, and maybe like he's gonna get contacted for a PR firm, and like he's also expected to sell this like new experimental product coming out of Africa. Like he doesn't know what the hell just happened.
but it's not under Joey Morton. It's under David.
Joey is basically Forrest Gump in this situation.
Yes.
Things just like
bullshitted so much business.
Smitty look at him. So can you get yourself home from here by yourself?
Like by now, Jack has said his goodbyes and he's come over. Like, come on, we'll call you a cab.
I need a ride too. I need to
You
get
can't.
home.
He's like, you won't fit in the cab.
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Oh, actually, you know what? Olivia is still there and offers Crash a ride in her car.
Nice.
I guess
Jesus.
Crash, in his own puking way, consents to it.
Cool.
I mean,
All right, so we all kind of just piss off back home.
Yeah. Let's see here. She is driving a Eurocar Eastwind 3000. It's a sports car.
dang.
It's a nice sports car.
A snazzy car.
Even in the state that Johnny's in, he doesn't tell her where he lives.
Yeah, no, she just, yeah.
It's just
She's
like
doing
nearby.
general-
She knows how the game is played.
Yeah. He just gives her a fake address that's like a nearby empty apartment.
Mm-hmm. She knows how
Alright.
it be.
Yep.
How it do.
So
Alright, cool. Everyone gets 10 karma.
sick. But
Because that was amazing.
before we do that, about that note.
Yes, the notes.
In the back of the taxi, Jack opens up the note.
The note says, I'm sorry about your wife. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. However, we are not the only ones.
I have now got 16 karma, and I'm actually going to spend it raising my charisma based on what just happened.
You realize now that we've done those roles, we'll never use charisma again.
Probably. But from a character
Unless I force you
perspective,
guys
it's
back.
amusing as fuck.
Yeah.
Unless I goes back into it.
I do love when games like this just becomes character interaction. And yes,
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
That's my
that's
favorite
like,
part.
that's like the best part of our whole game. That's why we did this one.
Like, the night kind of ends, Jack gets home, and then he just gets a ring from me